Okay, so I'm back and I've got another Pokemon Center box to unbox, but this one was delivered in the start of November of 2021, so, around going on 3 months ago. Within the first month that I was back from the rehabilitation hospital after my stroke, so I really don't remember what could possibly be in this box, but let's find out together because I really do need to, get to work getting rid of some of these excess boxes that are, sitting around for me to trip over since I can't see. So, let's see what we've got in this box. Oh, it's going to be some plush toys of some kind. Is this a box of sitting cuties? Yes, it is. Okay, so I will pull out that invoice so that there aren't any spoilers if I can grab it, which is surprisingly difficult without paper cutting myself. Alright, so that invoice is going to go over there. Alright, so here's what we've got here. And this is a box of sitting cuties that I had ordered when I was freshly out of the rehabilitation hospital, or maybe while I was in the rehabilitation hospital, who can say? But I needed to fill in some of the gaps in my collection of sitting cuties that had been released as I was waiting for the Gen 4 sitting cuties to come out. So first up, we have got Weepinbell. It's the middle evolution of the Bellsprout Victory Bell evolution family. Can I find the plastic here to open up Weepinbell? I had Pokemon Blue, that was my first Pokemon, so I did have a Bellsprout and a Weepinbell, but I never liked them because I thought they were super creepy, especially when I saw what Victory Bell, looked like. But here's Weepinbell, the middle evolution. It's got this crazy, mouth thing on the bottom of it. It's got a thorn up here on top. It's got these, freaky eyes and little leafy arm looking things. This does have the new style tag, so we can tell this is a reprint and not the first production of Weepinbell, because the old semicircle, much smaller tags are on here. But here is Weepinbell. She's the bright colors. This is one of those Pokemon that I think there's probably one or two people in the whole world who probably have this as their favorite Pokemon, but for the most part, no one gives a shit about Weepinbell, including me. So I'm glad that I bought her so that I can stick her on my shelf and say that I have her as part of my Kanto 151 collection. And then we're going to jump over to Johto with a lavender Pokemon. This is Granbull. I thought Granbull was, okay, but I'd never really cared for the Snubbull Granbull family since they were just another normal type that had a beefy attack. It was kind of novel that it learned Heal Bell, but I never really used it. I think it's a little bit more interesting now that it's a fairy type, but it's still something that most people will never ever use on a team. Maybe this thing was in Detective Pikachu, I can't remember, but here's Granbull. It's a Pokemon. It's yet another dog that totally sucks. He's got a collar which has this embroidered thing on it on the side, so that looks nice. His fangs are nicely done and nice and firm. He's got plenty of beans in his butt. He's fine. If you're a Granbull fan, this is a nice $10.99 plushie to get of Granbull, a Pokemon that might have been briefly a little bit popular back in the Johto days, but has really lost popularity since. I do like this furry now, at least. All right. Next up in this box, we've got Smoochum, the baby Pokemon Prevolution of Jinx that nobody asked for, nobody cared about, and nobody ever will care about. Where is how is this bag sealed? Is this the plastic? Is this where this is going to open up? I'm trying to get Smoochum open here so we can take a closer look at her. Here she is. Smoochum. Nobody likes Jinx, and here's a slightly less creepy, crazy version of her. She's got, a nice bowl cut and some big lips, and there's really not a whole lot to her. Just like there's not a whole lot to this Pokemon. She's probably okay in little cups, and she can use, Icy Wind and those sorts of attacks, but I don't think there are many people out there who care for Smoochum. The babies in general aren't popular beyond maybe Pichu and Togepi, and Smoochum, like Magby and Elekid, is something that no one would ever notice if they just removed it from all the Pokemon games and pretended it never existed. All right, so next up in this box, we've got Raticate. Now, Raticate is interesting because it is a red, blue, yellow Pokemon that some people, most people I would venture, probably had when they're playing through Red, Blue, Yellow, because, you know, it learned Super Fang that could instantly take away half of a Pokemon's HP. It evolved pretty quickly from Rattata. Everybody had to catch a Rattata. This was a quick and easy thing to evolve in that game, but I never liked it because it was hideous. I'm sure I got one in order to fill out my Pokedex, but I don't think I ever had a Raticate on my team ever in anything because I just don't like this Pokemon. Like, its big teeth are kind of cute. Like, this is probably about the cutest that Raticate has ever looked. His tail is actually nice and firm and pops back into place if I move it. Like, his whiskers are a nice plush. Like, he actually looks quite nice. Like, this is he's got the old semicircle, so they must have had some leftover stock of Raticate they couldn't get rid of because, you know, this is one of those Pokemon that is not particularly popular. I know that there's a Alolan Raticate that I can't think of off the top of my head exactly what it looked like, but I know it wasn't much better. Oh, I do remember now what it looks like. It's that dark type Raticate. I don't know if I like it better or worse than this one. They're probably about equal, but here's Raticate. He's very nice if you're a fan of this Pokemon or have good memories of him. Next up in this box, we have from Johto, it's the starting Pokemon Chikorita. Unfortunately, I did choose Chikorita as my starter the first time that I played Pokemon Gold because I really wanted to use a grass type starter. And here she is. Like, unfortunately, she's going to turn into Bayleaf and Meganium. And as far as grass types go, like, that family really has nothing special going for them. Like, it's going to have a decent amount of HP and okay defenses, but like, as a pure grass type with no real unique or exciting moves, this is a easily forgotten family of Pokemon. Here's Chikorita. Like, they did an okay job, like, with her leaf here. It's a little bit floppy. It doesn't necessarily go perfectly back into place, but like, if I want it over here to her side, I can kind of put it over there if that's where I would like it to be. I can move it over here if that's what I want. Oh, it did go into the back. She's got her thorns around her neck. Like, she is okay. And here she is, Chikorita, the least popular of the gold silver starters. There's still several things in this box, so this will be longer than my 5-minute videos, which is what I strive for, because I know these are probably super boring. Alright, so here is one of the most horrifying Pokemon, Miltank. Everybody has memories of the first time they encountered Miltank and Whitney in the normal type gym in Pokemon Gold Silver, because this cow could, you know, use milk drink to restore its HP and could roll out and things, and if you weren't prepared for it, it could quickly snowball and be a real pain. I think I might have lost to that Miltank in that gym once or twice. Like, I can't remember now, but here is Miltank, udders and all. She's got her tail, like, I mean, this is a pretty ugly Pokemon, and she was briefly useful because she is fast and has a decent amount of HP and could use Seismic Toss. But I think Miltank has really fallen from grace and is not a popular or usable Pokemon really anymore. So there she is. Next up, how many things are in this box? Oh, I've got a big Chikorita. This is a Poke Plush. I think I ordered this by mistake, not realizing that it wasn't a sitting cutie. And somehow, because I'm half blind, like, I couldn't necessarily see on the invoice what I was buying when I was ordering this. So I did get this Chikorita, and I'll open that in a minute. Here is, what is this? Oh, here's an original. I can see a semicircular tag. So this is a older print of either a Kadabra or an Alakazam. I'm thinking it's probably a Kadabra, but we'll find out once I can get it out of the package. If I can get it out of the package. Alright, so this is in fact a Kadabra. It's a big size. It's got a big poofy tail. There's no beans in the tail, but like, it's still a nice tail. It's holding a spoon, not 2 spoons. I never liked this family because I felt like Psychics were super overpowered in Red, Blue, Yellow. And I got my ass handed to me by Alakazams that using Double Team when I was in high school. I could never come up with a good defense for that. And like, I just do not like the Alakazam, Abra, and Kadabra family. If I never had any of them, or if they didn't make these, I would not have been very upset by it, but unfortunately they did make them, so I had to buy it. And this is the last member of the family that I didn't have yet. Here is Kadabra with one spoon. The spoon does feel a little bit floppy, but it's not just gonna fall apart or go limp or anything. Like, this actually feels like a very nice, very quality plush here. It's got a lot of detail, a lot of weight to it. They did a nice embroidered star on Kadabra's head. Like, I think this is one of the nicer red, blue, yellow Sitting Cuties plush toys. I'm actually very impressed with this, but you know, I hate this Pokemon, so he's gonna go in the back of some display somewhere. And last thing in this box is another one of those horrifying Pokemon that is very unpopular. It's Aipom. I sort of always liked Aipom and I wanted to use it. I wanted to like Ambipom, but like nobody can like Ambipom. Here it is, the monkey with a hand on its tail so it can, you know, harass you and aggravate you. Oh, this is unusual. I'm a little bit surprised. The hand is stitched to his head, I guess to stay on model. They really needed that. I guess they were worried that otherwise, like, its tail was just going to fall down. But here is Aipom. I really have never liked Aipom since I saw the Detective Pikachu movie where there's a pack of these rogue things that are trying to, you know, attack, and they're really obnoxious assholes, and I just did not like them in that movie. And, you know, getting good pictures of these in new Pokemon Snap wasn't easy. Ambipom disappointed me as far as its usability goes, and, you know, I like that this is lavender because I do like lavender Pokemon. I like the facial expression, and this is a nice enough plush toy, but, you know, I just don't love this Pokemon anymore. I will circle back though and take a quick look at this Poke Plush Chikorita. I think this is like a $14.99-ish Pokemon plush on the Pokemon Center. I don't think it sells out very often because, you know, people don't like Chikorita for obvious reasons. But let me get this opened up. All right, so here is big Chikorita and little Chikorita, so we can see a size comparison between the Poke Plush and the Sitting Cuties of Chikorita. This one is definitely much bigger. It's a little bit fluffier, more cuddly. If I was, this one works better as a stress ball. Like, I can probably do some of my hand rehabilitation, occupational therapy exercises on this one, you know, making O's with my fingers and things. She's quite squishy. I actually like this one a little bit more. You can also put her leaf over to whichever side you want to kind of style her hair a little bit. It does kind of fall back into place. She has the little thorns around her neck too, and you know, she's fine. I sort of bought her by accident, and I don't have any real love for Chikorita other than the fact it was my first gold silver Pokemon I got that eventually would go into the box because, you know, Meganium is useless. But here she is along with her Sitting Cuties self. So, I mean, if you are a Chikorita fan and think about getting one, and you don't mind paying a couple dollars extra, because I think it's like $4 more for this like jumbo like Poke Plush version Chikorita. It's definitely the better plushie. I needed the Sitting Cutie for my collection, and I accidentally bought this one too. Maybe I'll give it away, maybe I'll keep it around, I'm not really sure. But, you know, this is a good plush, good quality plush. This is a newer print because I can see the longer rectangular tag on it. And, you know, I like it. It gets a thumbs up from me. And that is everything that was in this particular box of Pokemon Sitting Cuties. So you can check out Miltank, Chikorita, Weepinbell, this surprisingly cool Kadabra, Granbull with big fangs, Raticate Kanto version, non-Alolan, Ambipom, and superfluous Smoochum. Here they are today, and this video is way too long, so thank you if you sat by for this. I will have more coming because I don't even know how many more boxes I have sitting around of Pokemon Center labeled stuff that I can't remember what's in them anymore. Okay, thank you, bye.